Hey, what is up, you guys? This is groomie6 here. Welcome to the 6th episode of Groomie. I know it's been a couple months since I actually put one of these up, but if you guys are unfamiliar, basically it's a show that covers everything in news and a couple of things before we go to sports. Make sure you hit the like and favorite buttons if you like these videos. Subscribe if you want to know when the newest ones come out. You can be updated. And also make sure to comment on the question of the day, which I will ask at the end of this video. So anyway, with that being said, let's jump right into sports. Okay, so in sports this week, not a ton to talk about. First of all, the last time I actually put one of these videos up was before the Super Bowl, so in case you don't know, the Giants did win. Just as an update, I guess. Anyway, but the main thing I want to talk about are the Phillies, who just had their not their home opener, but their actual first game on Thursday against the Pirates in Pittsburgh. And Roy Halladay actually started, and he let the first two batters get hits, and then the Pirates didn't get a hit the rest of the game. So the Phillies ended up winning 1-0, and I kind of wanted to elaborate on it because it seems like this year we still have great pitching, but it doesn't seem like we have all the offense that we did last year, even though that offense only got us to the first round of the playoffs. But anyway, I just wanted to mention that the Phillies did win their first game, and they have another game tonight in Pittsburgh again against the Pirates, and Cliff Lee will be taking them out for that one. So with that said, let's move on to a little bit of entertainment. Okay, so as I said a couple of times, I'm not huge in talking about the actual celebrity kind of entertainment type stuff because usually it's all fake. So what I wanted to talk about are the movies that are actually in theaters right now, because there are a number of them, and a lot of them are actually good. I've seen a couple of them, but I just figured I'd share a couple with you guys. So to start off, Titanic, which is, I don't even know when that came out. It was the 90s James Cameron movie, and it was a huge hit, Oscars and everything like that. And they're actually re-releasing it in 3D. It just came out yesterday in 3D, and I'm not sure whether or not it's doing well in the box offices or not, but you know, it looks pretty good. Obviously it's the same movie from before, but you know, I guess 3D can be better a lot of times. Anyway, the second one is actually something that I am looking forward to seeing eventually, is American Reunion. And if you guys don't know, if that doesn't ring a bell, if you guys remember the American Pie series, it started back in 2002, I think, and they made a ton of American Pie movies, but only 2 of them had the original cast that's going to be in this movie, and I'm excited because that cast was really the best compared to all the other American Pies that came out, which were not as good. Anyway, but moving on, let's see, what else is here? The Hunger Games, obviously, is a big one. Had like the 3rd or 4th biggest opening in box office history for a weekend, which is actually pretty amazing. Like Twilight and like Harry Potter, it's a trilogy series. You know, they have the books out and everything, and which I haven't read the books or seen the movie. The movie apparently is supposed to be great, so you know, I may eventually see it, I may not. Another one, Mirror Mirror, Julia Roberts is in it. I really don't know anything about it. It's supposed to be a Snow White thing, but I'm not really into that kind of stuff. Anyway, moving on. Wrath the Titans is a apparently a sequel to a other movie that wasn't good. I don't even know. But one more movie I did want to talk about actually is 21 Jump Street. Now I did see this movie a couple of weeks ago, and it was one of the funniest movies I've seen in a while. It's up there with things like Wedding Crashers, The Hangover, Step Brothers, Old School, you know, all the classics in my book. So it's a great one. It is an adult movie, I guess you could say, but it is a great one, and if you guys get a chance, make sure to go and check that out. Anyway, those are all the movies that really I wanted to talk about. Let's quickly move on to some world news. Okay, so for world news, there's not really a ton that I really wanted to talk about. I guess one thing is actually Greece is, as most of you guys probably know, in a really bad situation, and there have been people that have, actually one guy even set himself on fire because he's been rejected from like 100 jobs and the bank wouldn't even see him, and so it's a really bad thing right now. There's so many riots over there, and that's a big thing. so a tough situation over in Greece. But the main thing I wanted to talk about is my exchange student who I showed you guys in November. His name is Marius, and I wanted to let you guys know, I think I've told you, but I'm actually going to be going over to Germany in June. It's been confirmed and the tickets have been booked and everything, and I actually just went to get my passport yesterday. But I will be going to Germany in June, and I will be updating you guys on all the details throughout the next couple months about that, and I'll also be doing some vlogs from Germany. So anyway guys, that does it for the show, and let's move on to the question of the day. Okay, so because I haven't put up a video in a couple of months, I figured I would go ahead and do the question of the day, which is actually a pretty simple one. What movies are you excited about seeing? What movies look good to you? What movies don't look good? And that really about wraps up the show. But first, a couple of requested shoutouts. A lot of them. Let's see if I can remember them all. Sean Connolly, Joe Stockberger, an anti-shout-out to Spencer Urban. Shout out to Paul, Paul. A shout out to Matt Garibrandt, Spencer Kerrigan. I may have already said those, I don't think so. Basically to the entire Father Spellman Okay, so because I haven't put up a video in a couple of months, I figured I'd do the question of the day, which is basically what movies are you excited about seeing, what movies look good to you, what movies look bad to you, and that basically about wraps up the show. But first, a couple of shout-outs. They go out to actually a bunch of people, but mainly Father Spellman's religion class, Sacred Scripture, at my high school. Just some individual ones. First of all, most important, Paul Arizin, Paul. Also to Joe Stockberger, an anti-shout-out to Spencer Urban. Shout out to Spencer Kerrigan, Matt Garibrandt, Dane Dixo. Yeah, anyway, just Father Spellman's religion class. And anyway, that about does it for this video, so make sure to subscribe, comment, like, and favorite. Until groomie number 7, I'm groomie6, and I will see you.
Yes, I can see you, 'cause every girl here wants